lot to play for. Zimbabweans looked so good in that super over contest where they kept their nerve and played a great hand to surprise Pakistan. Pakistan warming up, so are the Zimbabwean cricketers, and so a lot to look forward to in this duel, in this tussle. The pitch looks just a little bit dry, even though you see a little bit of shine and gloss on it, but a lot of cracks and very little grass. So what happened at the toss? It was Zimbabwe who called correctly and decided to bat first. So Zimbabwe making 3 changes from their ODI game that they played here a few days back. Ryan Burl is in, Tendai Chatara is in, and Elton Chickenbura also makes an appearance. Pakistan also making few changes. In fact, 3 Hafiz is back playing for them in the T20Is. Usman Khader is making his T20 debut, and Haris Rauf is back for them. Will be bowling with the new ball, and it's his birthday as well. Many happy returns of the day to Haris Rauf. Right, so it's a reasonable fence we're talking about. So a straight hit will have to be solidly hit, 66 meter 6, 68 meter away towards wide mid-on. Square leg fence are not that demanding, but overall good dimensions for a T20 contest. Pity that the crowds are still not invited in the stadium, because T20 is what makes the country go and follow T20I quite intently. An opportunity for some Pakistan at least making 3 changes, and good to know that Usman Khader will be playing his first T20 game as well. He's a good leg spinner, tall, gets the ball to spin, son of legendary Abdul Qadir. So as the sun blazes down here in Rawalpindi, we are getting ready for the start of the first T20I. Should be a lot of fun, should be a very good contest. It's an empty stadium, but T20 will invigorate all of us, and I'm sure all the fans watching this contest at home. A lot to look forward to. Last time Zimbabwe played a few years back, they came very close of outdoing Pakistan in that T20 series, right? 3 T20s are left in this on this tour, and so first T20 being played here, and then we've got one on Sunday and the last one on Tuesday. Tina Moyo here with me. Mr. T, does Zimbabwe have the Mr. T muscles to win this?
I sure hope so. Saw the surface a bit earlier, looks good. Dry, as you say. I think the ball will come nicely onto the bat. Nice, lush conditions, quick outfield, and winning the toss, Zimbabwe deciding to bat first. And it looks like Brendan Taylor might be at the top of the order, Chamuchi Baba, and I like that move. Lots of experience. Plays the seam as well, has all the strokes that are required at the top of a T20 innings. And if you look at his career, he's done better for Zimbabwe in this format when he's opened the batting. So, positive move by the Zimbabweans. And let's hope that in this first half they can really be positive, post a decent total on the board, and look to defend.
It's Asif Yaqub and Aleem Dar who will be umpiring the game. Brendan Taylor has got form, so it's important for Zimbabwe to make use of his form. Pakistan, on the other hand, a little dejected lot, losing that super over contest, and that must have hit them quite badly. But here's an opportunity for Zimbabwe to once again drive home the advantage and play on the psyche of the Pakistanis, because Zimbabwe were able to hold their nerve, not Pakistan, in that super over game. 41 matches for Brendan Taylor, and a good striker, a 120, best of 75. His best today of 75 really will do the job for Zimbabwe. Power play contest, such an important phase of batting skills. So if they can get off to a good start, it'll be a lot of fun. Chamu Chababa, 34 matches for Zimbabwean skipper. I think Zimbabweans should be better in T20 contest. Lesser things to do, and all they need is to have good 6 overs or so with the bat, and they should be on their way.
You'd think so, but interestingly, if you look at Zimbabwe's record, they're a better one-day side. And of course, they played a lot more one-day cricket over the years before the introduction of T20 international cricket. But they certainly do have better numbers in the 50-over format. Mohammad Hasnain. Heard from him a little bit earlier in the build-up. T20 career, 7 matches. Just 5 wickets. Raw pace.
That's right, and his great performance in the end went unnoticed because Zimbabweans were over the line in that last ODI where he picked up 5 wickets. Could have easily had 6. A sitter was missed in the deep. Here we go. First ball, 4 inside edge, does the job, fine leg up in the circle. So there's no one patrolling the fence. Brendan Taylor is off the mark. A bit scratchy, but we know in T20 everything works.
Now, what Zimbabwe will look at is the fact that they got 4 off the first ball. Stuck on the crease, Brendan Taylor. He'll want to get those feet moving as quickly as possible. But good pace on him does Hasnain. And if you're just a little bit slow, you can find yourself in trouble.
Early indication of possible variable bounce. It's a very, very dry strip, this. Hardly any blade of green on it.
Can we just keep that ball? Pace?
Yeah, just didn't rise at all on the bounce to the keeper. Not a quick surface. Should be in. It's an excellent single taken by Brendan Taylor. Not his forte, quick running between the wickets, but he does the job. Almost has a mosaic-like an appearance, this pitch. A lot of cracks, a lot of plates, and hardly any blade of green.
Just looking at that second delivery that bounced a couple of times, it went through to the keeper, and looking at the surface, which I saw out there a little bit earlier, I'm just wondering if this ball will probably just skid on a little bit as opposed to a bit of bounce that we got during the one-day series. Now, this is a fresh pitch, but because there's been so much cricket going on here, there's not a lot of water that's been able to be put into the surface. And I think that's why it's just that dry, cracked look that you're talking about.
This pitch usually is at its best when there's a good spread of grass on it. It just keeps it bounded and the ball travels at a certain pace, which you want in T20 cricket. You don't want a pitch where there's variation from ball number 2. That's why during the PSL it proved to be a great scoring pitch. Almost 190 every time. Oh, went across the line. Strong appeal, and he's been given out leg before. I thought it was a close thing. Went across the line to a straighter ball. Let's see whether he's going to ask for a review or not. Dier's timer is on. What is he thinking? He's going for it.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for LBW. Original decision out. It's a fair delivery. Let's start with the front on spin vision, please. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Yeah, looks like no bat involved. Let's confirm with the ultra edge, please. Keep rolling, flat line, flat line. Satisfied, no bat involved. I can see a clear gap between bat and ball. You can move on to ball tracking when it's ready. Original decision out. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wicket hittings. Go back to the on-field. Asif, you can stay with your original decision out. Make a signal, please.
A strange kind of a shot from the right-hander. He actually skidded and played it down the wrong line. Absolutely gone dead for naught. Zimbabwe 5 for 1. Hasnain is off the mark. He's picked up a wicket. Sean Williams is in. Late on that one. Hasnain has got pace. Not interested in this occasion, Pakistan. 5 for 1 Zimbabwe.
So, early strike in the first over from Hasnain, removing the captain. Chamuchibaba, LBW, just going across one. That stayed straight from Hasnain. Sean Williams, man in form, a wonderful 100 in that last one-day international to help Zimbabwe to a very competitive total, which was just enough in the end. Joins Brendan Taylor, Zimbabwe's other centurion in the one-day series. Both of them in really good form.
Haris Rauf is ready to go on birthday. Right-hander, 27 today. That's a nice shot. Brendan Taylor flicks that one. It's a fast outfield, almost ran to the fence. Oh, misfield allows the third. Fahim Ashraf was the fielder. So what happened here? Got to look at the ball. I think it just didn't look hard at the ball. Or is picking it up. I think this lack of bounce should help Haris Rauf. He's slippery and it's pretty accurate. So you got to be very careful when you're managing him from the stumps. Technically all over the place. Two DRS reviews available for each side. So Zimbabweans have exhausted one. This is pre-COVID and post-COVID scenario. Pre-COVID situation, we used to have one and now two.
Interesting to see how low Mohammad Rizwan took that. Definitely think more the ball skidding on today as opposed to bounce. Oh, that's a big appeal. I think that's just pitched outside the line of leg stump. He's thinking about it. Is Rauf. I think that might have just pitched outside the line of leg stump.
Well, he had the best view, including Rizwan and Barber there in the first slip. Has gone for it. Just a second left before they went for it.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for LBW. Original decision not out. It's a fair delivery. Let's start with the front on spin vision, please. Looks like no bat involved, and I can see a clear gap between bat and ball as well. So you can move on to ball tracking straight away, Matt. No bat involved. Satisfied. Move on to ball tracking, please. Original decision not out. Pitching outside leg. Go back to the on-field. Aleem, you can stay with your original decision.
Well, you don't want to reprimand the birthday boy, but that really was a very average DRS that was forced by him on Barber and the team. There we go again. So Pakistan have also exhausted one DRS. Hits the bat hard. Haris has got a fair bit of pace.
Good running by the Zimbabwean pair. These two have batted together many a year, going back to under 19, under 14 cricket. A good understanding between the two of them. 6 matches for Haris Rauf.
Pakistan didn't feel well in that last ODI where they grasped 4 chances. So I think emphasis will be on good fielding. Good shot into the gap and 4. Little bit of width provided and cashed in. 14 for 1 after 2 overs.
Sean Williams. This comes right out the middle. It's very, very nicely played. You won't see it from that angle, but he just gave himself a little bit of room to be able to maneuver that through that offside field. A couple of men at cover, so had to make sure he got it right in the gap, and he did exactly that. First boundary for Sean Williams.
Oh, what a good shot that is. That is so well placed and didn't hit it hard at all. It was about timing and placement. A seriously good drive.
Well, this is a shot from a man in form. He's just punched that through that offside field. Brendan Taylor, limited foot movement. We've talked about that throughout the one-day series, but waits for the ball to come to him. Plays it right under his eyes.
Pace is nice enough from Brendan Taylor. Keeps it very simple. No extravagant movement at the crease, and is hand-eye coordinated batsman. Doesn't believe in using his feet a lot. Plays generally from the crease, but is a fabulous timer of the ball. Oh, that's gone through. It's Fahim Ashraf once again. This effort will be frowned upon by Pakistan and by Hasnan. This really should have been stopped. He's a good, decent fielder. Pretty nippy across the ground, but twice now he's mismanaged himself.
This one's costly. First one cost 1 run. This one's cost 3. He'll be upset about that for him. Much better fielder than that. Zimbabwean pair won't be complaining. Backward point. Cover, extra cover in mid-off on the offside. Man back at deep square, just out of your picture there. Mid on and mid-wicket. Width. And that is struck beautifully by Sean Williams. Slightly over-pitched. A little bit of width. And Sean Williams helps himself to 4.
This is such an impressive start by Zimbabwe. Now, he's got to adjust his fielding angles because he's got a straightish mid-off. And, well, if he's going to bowl just a little wider outside that off stump, that fielder at cover need to be properly placed. Even if he had, there's no chance for Hafiz to stop that one. That was absolutely crashed. 27 for 1.
Encouraging start by Zimbabwe. Sean Williams, Brendan Taylor. 2 men out there for Zimbabwe in good form. You can see that last over in the highest so far in the Zimbabwean innings. This is just the start that Zimbabwe would have wanted. Lost the early wicket of their captain. But since then, Brendan Taylor and Sean Williams have got on with the business.
Every over has been pretty special so far. We've seen some delectable shots. Fahim Ashraf is on. Lot of bat on that one, so Pakistan only offering a stifle appeal.
Fahim Ashraf. 28th match, 24 wickets. Best of 3 for 5.
Once again, beautiful timing from the left-hander. A lovely use of the wrist. It appears as if this is going to be his comeback season, Fahim Ashraf. Not opted for Pakistan for a lengthy period of time. Now he's back playing for Pakistan again. There's that, lap sweep, and Haris Rauf, they're not able to stop the ball. Misfielded by Pakistan. Not looking that rosy in the field. Just been a patchy job so far.
Yeah. Wasim in the build-up mentioned about Pakistan's ground fielding in particular. And again today already we've seen that a few times they've let the ball go through. And they really should be looking after that. It looks like that's going to be 4 runs for Brendan Taylor. Yeah, there it goes into the advertising triangle. Umpire Alim Dar will signal 4.
Credit to Brendan Taylor because he's played the conventional shots, and that last 4 was a dinky shot. Really well managed. He was outstanding in that ODI series, consistent and classy, including 100.
Just talking about Brendan Taylor's numbers, struggled in Zimbabwe's last tour to Bangladesh. Just got 1/2 century in the last game in that series. Had 2 innings in the test match, 3 ODIs, a couple of T20s. But he's certainly gone away and made sure that he's got himself back to where he normally is in Zimbabwean colours.
Plays the shot and runs with that shot. It's another single, so momentum is with Zimbabwe after 4 overs. They're looking extremely well placed. 34 for the loss of 1.
Flip to the leg side and Brendan Taylor departs. Haris Sohail gets his man. A little flick, timed well, but didn't go over the fence. Heather Ali with the catch.
Important wicket for Pakistan. Good catch, easy catch, and a crucial wicket at this stage of the game for Pakistan. Brendan Taylor departs for 20 of 13, Zimbabwe 34 for 2.
Rauf getting important breakthrough. Taylor was looking in, good touch. Madhavera comes in. He's in good form, played well in the ODIs. Starts off with a drive outside off stump, but Taylor will be disappointed. He flipped that on the leg side, and there's just one man out, and he picked him out perfectly.
Such a dangerous player, and one of the most experienced players in Zimbabwe squad. And unfortunately for Zimbabwe and him, it went straight to the fielder. Like Bazit mentioned, it was the only fielder standing just in front of square leg.
But it's good from Zimbabwe. They got Taylor at the top of the order now. Williams and Wesley now batting. Both of them good form. And as you know, T20, as a batsman, you need to come into T20s in good form, because it's a difficult format otherwise.
It really is a difficult format if you're not in good nick. But Williams is looking good. Got some runs in the ODI series. Got a 50. Generating some pace. Sprinting in, Haris Rauf. Future looks good. Pakistan fast bowling. I suppose all the young bowlers have pace. The only thing they need to learn, I suppose, is this kind of 4-day bowling, back of a length, consistent length, hitting the difficult length, and that's going to come with practice. There's no shortcuts.
Best player for Zimbabwe in the ODI has got that 100, which meant that Zimbabwe got a victory. Well, 98, if you can average that at a strike rate of 90, it's not too shabby. Short, pulled away, just a single. Wasim, did you ever believe in form? I think form is sort of temporary. You were class, so it didn't matter.
I believed in my rhythm. I always believed that you got to practice regularly. That was me as a cricketer when I played. I needed to practice almost every day, maybe if 2-3 days off. Again, good, well direct bounces, good pace from Haris Rauf. He's got no slip. Fine leg is up in the circle. And I remember there was a test match here against Sri Lanka. Straight to the fielder there. They're going to settle for one. And we were abroad somewhere, 3-4 of us. End of the over. I'll come back to it. 37 for 2.
Wicket for Haris Rauf. In decent 5 overs in terms of runs for Zimbabwe, but I think Taylor's wicket just setting them back slightly. Wahab Riaz going to bowl the final over of the power play. The 6th over, many regard as a very important over in T20 cricket. You smash the ball into the surface, you'll get something out of it, and sometimes inconsistent bounce too. But fact of the matter remains that Pakistani bowlers do have pace, so any inconsistent bounce will be exaggerated because of that.
Call is for 2. They're going to come back for 2. They started off brilliantly, Zimbabwe. They were 27 for 1 in almost 3 overs, almost 9 and over, and then they lost the extra wicket. So now they're 40 for 2. We're into 6th over. Last over before power play. Coming back to the point I was making, there was a test match here against Sri Lanka, and I think 3-4 of us were abroad shooting for some brand commercial, and we arrived just day before the test match, and I was so panicked. Although I was very experienced by then going down leg side, I was so panicked that, you know, I haven't practiced for a day, there's a test match tomorrow, and obviously I got injured second day, pulled my groin. So that's why practice for me day before the game, any game, was so important. At least bowl in 5 overs, 3 overs with the new ball, 2-3 overs with the old ball.
This is 1998, 2000 I think. 2000 right here. I remember I was 12th man, so I spent a lot of time with you. But the greatest part of that test match is that Yunus Khan and yourself got into a big partnership. And I've come in with towels and water and whatnot, and Yunus Khan is sweating buckets. And then I go to clean your helmet and there's nothing on there. And I said, Wasim bhai, what's this? I said, I've done this all day before.
Just been told by mother, 79 I scored against the great Yunus Khan with the Ibib, beg your pardon, 107 he scored of 250 deliveries with 11 fours. Those were the days Bazid batting at number 8, carrying out 70 odd without a sweat.
Yeah, no sweat at all, which had surprised me. But then again, it was Wasim Akram, and everybody was in awe of you. Not of your batting though, more so of your swing bowling. You only saw 3 deliveries in that game. Power play done. It's 42 for 2. Goes through the offside. Not timed. Oh, well, it does. Doesn't need to be timed so well. It just rolls over.
Culprit, Haris Rauf again. I thought he stopped the ball, but obviously he missed it in the end. That's why they need to improve Pakistan cricket. The fielding, especially on-ground fielding. Catching, I'm okay with it, but just the fielding. He was quick, he reached there, and then in the end, he couldn't stop it. Good effort, but not good enough. 46 for 2 now. We're into 7th over. Midon has gone back on the boundary.
Power play started off well for Zimbabwe. There's quite a few boundaries. But straight away they played across the line, strange sort of shot. Where after that we saw Williams and Taylor just settle in and time the ball well. The one thing about Pindi pitch is that ball comes on to the bat with a slight bit of bounce, but then Taylor just holding out to the leg side. Just varying those lengths. Yeah, length short of a length, and quite a bit short as well because of the bounce that Pindi does give you.
And this is the length I talk about. On any kind of pitch, back of a length, 61% they bowled. Back of a length. It's difficult length to hit. This was the first wicket of the day. Chibaba, Bazid, what does it remind you? Please explain that to me in Urdu. That particular shot, the way he played that shot.
The only word that reminds me of is Kenchi. Yeah, but again, you've been around T20 cricket a lot, franchise coaching with that. Put your coaching hat on, and is there an opportunity in T20 cricket for batsmen to rebuild, or you think that you've got to go hard all the time?
Depends obviously on the opposition, what sort of bowling, if you have wickets in hand. But yes, they can come back into the game. We've seen previously, a couple of days ago, massive game in a neighboring countries league happening in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. They scored 92 in last 5 overs. 92. 7 overs gone, 49 for 2. Taylor got Heather bowled out for 20. Chibaba departed without scoring any. Good delivery from Hasnan. And Williams is looking good. Run a ball 19.
Going at sevens. Zimbabwe would have liked not to have lost that second wicket, but debut for Usman Qadir.
Massive day for Qadir's family. Bowling making his debut for Pakistan in T20 format. He's a good bowler, no doubt. He's got the variation, definitely. Good flipper, then a googly.
Beautiful, Mana. Beautiful, mashallah. Shabash.
Yeah, leg spinner worked a lot with Imran Tahir, so watch out for that flipper. Just go to that a lot. Pull to the leg side, just a single. It's 50 comes. It's quite a nice story. Imran Tahir worked a lot with his father, Abdul Qadir, and he really looked up to him. And then now, with Usman Qadir developing, Imran Tahir made time out and actually worked with him.
Imad Wasim, one of the most senior spinners in Pakistan side, presenting the cap to Usman Qadir, son of the legendary Abdul Qadir. I had the honor to play with him on a lot of occasions of Pakistan, won so many games on his own. Abdul Qadir, nicknamed the Magician.
Direct hit. Well, Rizwan's very confident. He does appeal a lot, but...
Here, stand by. TV umpire to director. We have a review for run out. Can I have your best side or angle, please? Keep rolling, keep rolling. Bat is grounded before ball hits the stumps. Satisfied? I have made my decision and the scene is not out. Repeat, not out.
Comfortably in. And, well, as you just mentioned off comms that he appeals for everything, and he did that again, convinced the umpire. Well, umpire is always being safe.
Catch it!
Pulled away and all the way. Shout of catch it, but he had to be outside that rope 10 meters.
First 6 of the innings. And what a shot. It wasn't that shot, that delivery. And look at this, he rocked back in the back foot, middled it to perfection for the maximum.
And throughout the ODI series, he played that pull shot very well against seamers especially, but just seems as he picks up the length very quickly, does Wesley. And just a single down the ground, but
Good bowling, Mana.
with Abdul Qadir, he sort of created a theatre with leg spin and made it cool again.
Absolutely. I mean, he was one of the bowlers that fielders standing at silly mid-on or silly mid-off, they were never worried that he'll bowl short, he'll get hit, cross the line. He was so consistent with his length. Googly turned a bit. What a shot. Picked up a gap beautifully through extra cover. 62 for 2 in 8.
Right from over.
$62 for the loss of 2. Zimbabweans are well placed to get to at least 150. What's the projected here, Aruj? So current rate will get them 155. Hafiz is in and played away into the fence. Good shot. This young kid is extremely exciting to watch.
Zimbabwe continue sweeping and reverse sweeping as we saw in the ODI series. Picked up the length early. What a class act this youngster has been.
One.
For 1 second, I wanted to correct myself when I said that this youngster is quite amazing to watch. I meant obviously Wesley. Yeah, extremely well played. It's just the way these young kids play the game these days. Absolutely fearless approach. That's missing the stumps by a long way.
But they don't have any. They have the one review remaining, but wasn't worth it.
Yeah, well done. Keep up, easy car.
Kind of a specialist against the left-handers, Hafiz. His record is outstanding. Average against left-handers is only 19. That is in T20Is. But generally also in white ball cricket and even at the test level, I remember him picking up left-handers quite regularly. Inside-out drive. He's got the flow, Wesley.
Back up, guys. Beautiful, Hafiz, bhai. Good bowling.
And again, I think this pair again needs to continue the scoring rate. It is a T20 game. And they'll want to continue the win from the last ODI match.
Easy car.
Zimbabwe's looking extremely good and imaginative. 69 for 2.
थोड़ा हवा है ना उस तरफ, उसको देख लीजिएगा। ठीक है। बड़े वो रही हवा हमने उस तरफ था। Catch it! One day. Well done, माना। ये जा रहे हैं वहीं पे। सही है। वहीं पे जा रहे हैं।
Got a few similarities to Abdul Qadir. He played a lot of cricket with his dad and is one of his kind. I think is little taller than Kadir. With the same way of spinning the ball from one hand to the other, and angular run up. Oh yes, gets the wicket on debut. That's good bowling. Lovely bit of deception from the leggy.
Dream start here for the young Usman Kadir on his T20 debut, picking up the big wicket of Sean Williams. Williams down the track, a bit too far leg side, missing the line. There's the static young man on screen. Pakistan pick up the third wicket. Williams 25, Zimbabwe now 70 for 3.
Beautiful, Johnny. Bas wahi.
Sikandar Raza is in. Gets going straight away.
Picking up the man of the match from the last ODI. Completely missed that line. Good length here from the youngster.
There's great value to be had in playing leg spinners in T20Is these days. A lot of teams are experimenting with not one but two leg spinners. Because there's every likelihood of this happening. There's deception and sleight of hand, whatever you want to call it. And if properly handled, leg spinners can be your wicket-taking options regularly.
And it's exactly what is needed in T20. You need wicket takers, you need to bowl the opposition out, not leave anything to chance. But again, Ramiz, how difficult must it be for him to obviously have his dad as a constant comparison? What a legend.
Nice shot. A little bit of width, a little bit shorter in length, and it goes for 4. After 10, 77 for 3.
Yeah, too short there. The cut was on the cards, and Wesley, making no mistake, took the width option and smashed it to the boundary.
Three down for 77. Wesley is looking extremely good. 29 of 19. A lot to look forward to after this series. We have the PSL playoffs and a lot of interest in those remaining matches. So the first qualifier will be Multan Sultans versus Karachi Kings. So if one team loses, they go down and play the loser qualifier. The first eliminator between Qalandars and Peshawar Zalmi. And then the final on the 18th, on the 17th. 14, 15 and 17. 3 days for HBL PSL playoffs. So we have a little pause in Aruj. I think you have the breaking news for us. What has happened? I think, has he put saliva on the ball, which is not supposed to?
Looks like it's something to do with the ball, because if you notice, the ball's lying there on the ground, and with obviously COVID-19 rules in place now. We picked up on the mic a little bit, Babar saying something about Wahab, so we've just received confirmation that he did in fact put saliva on the ball. It looks like some sanitizing wipes have come out for the umpires.
We're living in very strange times. The way he picked up the ball as if it was a grenade.
Looks like they've got it all under control now. It's good to see the players obviously taking it in their stride. They've got the smiles on their faces. And like you said, very interesting times for the cricketing world.
Yeah, well, some say that, you know, if you're living in a bubble, then obviously, you know, these high fives and not putting saliva on the ball, maybe they need to revisit the laws then. So there's the first official warning for using saliva on the ball. So, oh, that's well stopped. That is partly stopped. That was hit so hard. And it's Babar Azam, the skipper, leading from the front in the field. That really was a hard hit and well blocked by Babar.
Hopefully he hasn't hurt himself a lot, but what an effort that is from the captain. Alert and absolutely ready. Definitely stopped a 4 there.
Is he off? Few repair works I think need to be done. That really was absolutely nailed. The magic spray maybe. Talking of being warned, Wahab Riaz, of putting saliva on the ball erroneously, but he usually gets a warning for running onto the pitch. So that's what he has to contend with now. Saliva on the ball, warned once, running onto the pitch. We may see that soon also.
So Ramiz, after the third saliva warning, 5 penalty runs are awarded to the batting side. But I think that warning should be enough. But yeah, interesting point you make there, since they're all part of the same bubble. But obviously, nobody wants to take a chance in this day and age.
Oh, that's such a classical shot that is. Wesley is showcasing his talent in no uncertain terms. It had that wow factor, that drive.
What a hit there from the young man. He was on top of the ball very quickly. Beautifully hit through the covers. He's raced to 33 now, just the 20 deliveries.
Dabs it for a run, for a single, so that's good thinking. I just hope that he's persisted within all the formats for Zimbabwe, because you can see some serious talent. That strike rate is great. We're talking about a bowling attack that has dismissed oppositions most times ever in T20Is. Over 30 times. And to go at a strike rate of 160 is quite an amazing achievement for a 20-year-old. Into the gap and runs 4 probably. It's a boundary well timed on the pads. Wahab has got to be a little bit more consistent within the stumps.
Not the best of lines there. Easy pickings there for Raza. He wasn't going to miss out on that and bisected the two fielders eventually. 10 have already come off the first 4 deliveries of Wahab's over. Good one for Zimbabwe with still 2 balls to go.
That's got up in the air. Keeper takes the cash. That reared from that good length. It had a little bit more zip from Wahab, and a good catch by Rizwan. He was on top of it, summed up the situation very early, and so Sikandar Raza has left the crease.
Yeah, it was quick onto him. Zipped off. Raza didn't have much of an answer to that, and Rizwan did put in a dive to get reach to the ball. Raza not disturbing the score much. Gone for 7. Zimbabwe now 87 for 4.
A left-hander. Ryan Burl is in. That's the end of the over after 11, 88 for 4. As it turned out to be a nasty delivery from for Sikandar Raza. Didn't really any control over it. Surprised by that extra bit of spice and pace from Wahab Riaz. Zimbabwe still going at a good pace, 88 for the loss of 4 of 11. 8 and over is not bad at all. Now they need to finish on a high as well. The last part of the innings probably as important as the first part, if not more. So they've placed themselves in an excellent position to get to 160, 170.
Hasnain now to replace Osman Qadir. Gone for 18 in his first 2, picking up the 1 wicket. Ramiz, again, Zimbabwe, you mentioned, have got the start. They're going at a good scoring rate. Good delivery there by Hasnain. And Pindi has the fastest scoring rate of this year. The National T20 and the PSL combined, 9.6. So they should be looking at a big score. They've got the fast outfield at that in play as well.
Burl didn't feature in the ODIs, so may take a little bit of time to adjust to Pakistani paces. Hasnain is pretty slippery. It's a lovely venue. You talked about how fast the outfield is, but what about the backdrop? The mountains at a stone's throw, not very far from here. And well, we've promised to go trekking. Someday we'll do. It's chalk and cheese when Wesley's on strike, as if the scenario has changed completely. He's playing at a different level altogether. Sees the ball early, gets into nice positions, is not afraid of the short ball, and I think that is where all this confidence stems from. His ability to play the pull or the hook shot makes him such a fierce competitor against the fast bowlers.
I think Zimbabwe will be very happy to find somebody like Wesley Madavire evolved during this series. He plays with the flair. He's not afraid, and like you mentioned, the Pakistan bowling attack is probably one of the best in the world in this format. He's doing well here.
Chance, direct hit would have made it extremely interesting. I think it's the captain who gathered the ball, tried to attack the stumps. Now, how close was this?
Ooh, touch and go, very close. Would have gone upstairs. Would have been curtains for Burl. He was off the blocks quickly, of course.
Chance at the non-striker's end. Oh, Burl. Almost twice in the same over. Was out, run out. Missing the stumps by a mile. Not an accurate throw to get the bails off with a direct hit. Right, then after 12, 91 for the loss of 4.
इसको ढीला नहीं करना, सोच समझ के पहले ही बॉल से ये उठा के लगाएगा ये। ठीक है, और ढीले नहीं, तगड़ा होके पहले ही से खड़ा है तेरे लिए ताड़ के।
Goes for the big slog sweep. Does Ryan Bull. Shot he plays well. This one goes the other way. And that's what deceived him.
Bugli missed it. He was going towards mid-wicket. He's bowling well, Usman. He's in his first game, 1 for 21 into third over.
ठीक है, बॉब्जा ठीक है। धीरे पीछे। 1, 1, 1. Bowler end. Beautiful, guys.
I mean, 93 for 4 in 12.2 overs. I mean, not a bad start. They just lost one too many wickets, in my opinion. That's the inexperience in their batting, I reckon.
Yeah, you would have liked Zimbabwe to be 1 or 2 wickets less.
Good check, buddy.
Again, the same problem that they had in the one-day series they've had today, early wickets. The middle order worked really hard in the one-days to repair those problems. Short version game like this, you want to make sure that you've got wickets in hand and you can push forward.
So, Tino, first trip to Pakistan. How was the experience so far?
First trip to Pakistan. It has been absolutely brilliant. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself in Islamabad. It's a pity that we won't be, just a bit of a slip on that surface. Pity we won't be going to Lahore for a little bit of a trip there. I was looking forward to that. Get to see a bit more of the country.
Yeah, you would have enjoyed Lahore a lot more as well. A lot more things happening in Lahore. Great city. Big appeal. Let's see, are we going up? Yes, we are.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for stump. It's a fair delivery. Show me your best side on angle, please. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Just roll it back. Okay. Roll forward. Roll forward. Do you have other side angle, please? Yes, please. Yeah, with the zoomer, yes. Roll it back now. Yeah, now roll it forward, forward. Keep rolling. I can't see the bails off from this angle. Can you give me the split screen? Okay. Keep going with this angle as well. Yeah, give me the split screen. Okay. Now keep rolling. Just roll it back. Now roll for frame by frame. Just roll it back again. Just freeze the replay when he just touched the ball with the stumps, please. Now frame by frame, go again. Frame by frame. Now. Nothing conclusive for me that when his foot behind the crease, the bails are not removed completely. So I have made my decision, and decision is not out. Repeat, not out.
Tough one for the third umpire, that one. And we were just discussing up here, Wasim, that if the third umpire takes that long, usually he goes the not out route.
Yeah, it was a difficult decision to, in a way, to decide what's happening. But in the end, benefit of doubt go to the batsman. 94 for 4 into 13th over. They have 6 wickets in hand.
Brilliant delivery. Wesley Madewere did not know too much about that googly. He is very, very lucky to survive that. It's a beautiful delivery. Turn, bounce, just the inside edge saved him.
Not a shot to play against the likes of Usman Qadir. He's got the best googly. Play it with the spin if you can. Quicker delivery. 13 overs gone, 95 for 4.
Are we still on?
Aslan 21 for 3 in his 3. Rauf 11 for 1 in his 2. Fahim is bowling his third now. 2 for 14 so far in his spell. He's got mid-off up in the circle. What a shot. Couple of steps, gave himself a bit of room and played that shot beautifully behind point region. Much needed boundary for Zimbabwe. 99 now for 4.
Such a good little player. Very much in the infancy of his career in both of these formats. And a confident young man. He's not afraid to play his strokes. Sometimes probably plays a few too many, but with experience he'll learn what to do when. Short, pulls well. He's done it all through the one-day series, Wesley Madewere. 2 boundaries off the first 2 balls of the over. Takes Zimbabwe to 103 for 4 as well.
Looks a very talented cricketer, this young one. Second boundary in a row. It was slightly short, but early on, Basit was saying it appears that he picks up length very quickly. His reflexes, obviously, and the talent. .45 of just 28 deliveries. Pressure on the bowler now. Got hit for 2 boundaries already in this over.
And that's good cricket. Couple of boundaries early in the over, and then looks for the single.
First 50 of 44 and second of just 36 deliveries. They lost 4 wickets, but they're playing positive cricket. Wesley's on 46. He opened the innings in the Under-19 World Cup for Zimbabwe as well.
Good work. Certainly saved a couple of runs for Pakistan there. Jomo hit the jackpot, and if you do, you get $200 in the pocket.
This is the smallest jackpot I've seen. You need probably binoculars to hit that one, and that too. This should be a little bigger than that. Come on, guys. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. There's no point getting frustrated. You've got 10 runs from the over already. We're into 14th over. He's on 46. Wesley looking good, of 30. Strike rate of 153.
guys.
106 for 4.
So ideally 9 and over from here onwards will take them to 160. Fightable total. Current run rate, they go to 151. They have 6 wickets in hand. Starts off with a wide. Hasnan, 1 for 22 in his 3. He's bowling his last over. .107 now for Zimbabwe. Mid-off is up in the circle. He'll be in middle leg. Good pace from this youngster. 140, almost 144 kilometers an hour. Good run up, rhythmic run up.
Next man in, Elton Chigumbura, followed by Tendai Chisoro, and then the bowlers. Looking for two, Ryan Burl. There he is, Alton Chigumbura, who this morning has announced that at the end of this Pakistan tour, he will be retiring from all forms of international cricket. This is his T20 international career, 55 matches, 850 runs, a really good strike rate of 142.
And you were saying he's only 34.
He is, and if you look at his numbers over the last few years, he really hasn't produced as he did earlier on in his career. Had a couple of injuries, snapped his Achilles last year in the Netherlands, I think it was, and he really has struggled to maintain a place in the team over the last few years. And I think that's a smart call from Alton Chigumbura. This is his full career, 213 one-day internationals. One of 4 Zimbabweans, actually, who have played 200, 4,340 runs, 101 wickets, an average of 25 with the bat in just the 14 test matches. Not a format that he was really identified for over his career, and it's been a long career, 16 years for Alton Chigumbura.
Up in the air. No, it's gone dropped in no man's land. Yours, mine. There was no calling between the two fielders. It was definitely Heather Ali's. He was running in. Let's have a look again. Not the best shot. Just a slog. Top edge. Hafiz should have shouted yours, 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 as if Hafiz being the most experienced. And after that, obviously, he was blaming Heather Ali. That's Hafiz as well.
Always easier for the man running in, isn't it? Well, it's just been distracted, though, seeing Mohammad Hafiz running back towards the boundary. Timed. Take Madevere to 49 from just 34 deliveries.
So against the most experienced side, if you're bowling this kind of length and line, you're going to get punished. It was short, it was wide, and that's where I think Pakistani young fast bowlers got to learn. Even in this format, you got to finish in the wicket. Spit back of a length, middle stump. Good delivery. 15 gone, 110 for 4.
Good with the ball. Hasnain once again. Saw him destroying the Zimbabwean batting order in the one-day internationals. It was 4 overs, going for 25 runs, just the 1 wicket today. Zimbabwean batting card, 110 for 4. 5 overs to go in the innings. Current rate, 7.33. And that'll take them to 146. They'll feel that that's not quite enough. 9 and over will take them to 155. 11 and over to 165. I'd want to get as close as possible to that.
That's his first 50. Wesley's fought 50 of 35. He played well, came out under pressure, played some exceptional shots. Looks a good player.
And that last shot with the Zimbabwean dugout clapping for Wesley Madevere, I think, is one that will happen often in this young man's career. He really has taken like a duck to water when it comes to international cricket. Young, exuberant, enthusiastic.
He's only 20. He's got bright future ahead of him. He looks very, very talented. Really impressed me. And he can bowl as well. And that's Wesley against the seam bowling today. Every time there was a width, he punished them. So if you bowl wider, look at the strike rate, 166. So obviously the idea is to finish middle off if you can, even in this format.
Looking to play the scoop. That's well bowled by Fahim Ashraf. Made sure that he pushed it as wide as possible, making it difficult for Wesley to maneuver that ball over the man at 45.
Luck. Inside edge. Much needed boundary from Zimbabwe. 116 now with 4 wickets down. Coming back to Fahim Ashraf. He's making a comeback after 1 year. Obviously it looks he's not in rhythm. His pace has definitely gone down a bit. I used to bowl 140, 145 kilometers an hour. But hopefully the pace will come back. Was the best bowler in PSL 2018.
I think Wesley Madhavan is just got to get his thinking cap on here. Yes, you want to get as many runs as possible. The last thing that Zimbabwe wants right now is a new man at the crease. He's batted well. He's batted at a good rate. He's just got to keep that vibe going, bat a little bit longer.
I think balance is the key right now. If you're a batsman, if you're well set, if you're playing against the good bowlers, you've got to have your balance. You can't just close your eyes and have a go at every delivery. Pick your delivery, pick your fielder, pick the gap. Much better. There's a fielder there, no chance. Another boundary. 16 gone, 120 for 4.
$150 will be the minimum Zimbabwe are looking at, but they've got some serious pace to contend with. Haris Rauf back in the attack. Burl hasn't got the ball to the fence. They need some boundaries now. You look at last 4 overs, and if you, in terms of boundaries, you need, well, at least 5 or 6. But Wesley, he's been the star.
Catch it!
Wonderful knock here from Wesley Madhavan as he keeps continuing, impressing all of us. Played all around the ground. Wasn't fazed by the Pakistan attack. Some beautiful strikes in as he brings up his T20 half century, and he continues to play well. At the current scoring rate, Zimbabwe will get 140 at 149, which won't, well, looks like it won't challenge Pakistan much, especially considering the runs that teams have been getting at Pindi.
Haris Rauf, middle stump out of the ground. The inside edge, but plenty of pace behind that.
Burl was struggling to get the ball away to the fence. Haris Rauf picking up yet another wicket. The ball crashed into the stumps. Burl gone for 8 from the 15 deliveries. Zimbabwe now 1-2-2 for 5.
Wires are okay? I clip it. Not sure. There are two. I clip red one.
Experienced Elton Chikumbura walks in. He does smash the ball. He does have that strike rate, which could hurt the opposition, but hasn't played in the ODIs. So we'll have to hit the ground running. And what has hit the ground is the middle stump.
Ball crashed into the stumps there, causing an end to Burl's inning. Wonderful length. You miss, I hit.
And just Zimbabwe's innings now just deteriorating fast. They need somebody who can strike it big. And Chikumbura, he's known for hitting maximums. He's got 56s in T20I, so he can clear the fence, and they need a blitz from him right now. Plenty of pace again. That ball hit his pad before his bat was down, but yeah, it's been Pakistan with pace, and Pakistan yet again just not letting Zimbabwe get away from them. Madhuvera has batted well, but he's been the lone hand.
Rauf has had a good game. Obviously known for his T20 skills. Shining here now, but Chikumbura's got the platform. We mentioned he can hit the ball a mile, but obviously his first game in this series.
Pulled into the leg side. Again, the pace, quickness of the ball onto the bat. 17 gone. It's 123 for 5. 124 for 5.
Back.
18 deliveries left. Zimbabwe will wanting to get to 150 at least. But they've gone to contend with a lot of pace. Wahab. Wesley impressed in the ODIs, and today again he's timed the ball superbly. Very good at picking the length quickly. Very good off the back foot, but the cover drive has come to the fore today as well.
The young man certainly hasn't disappointed. He's played all around the park with that one huge hit over mid-wicket. 61 he is on now.
And that's what Wahab Riaz will do. The angle away from the right-hander and at pace. And he's been so successful in T20 cricket because the ball goes further away from the right-hander. Many players want to hit the ball leg side or have the ball within reach, but the angle and the little bit of tail makes sure that it's always going away from the right-hander. So you have to be very good over point, extra cover, to get a hold of Wahab Riaz. And another delivery which doesn't go to the fence. So Pakistan, as you would expect, good at the death.
Experienced campaigner there, Wahab Riaz, obviously varying his pace, still getting the ball up to 142 clicks. Known for his death bowling. The first ODI also, he picked up the wickets at the death with those wonderful Yorkers.
All singles, and the 18th over, Pakistan would be very, very happy with that. You just come to a stage where you think that Zimbabwe now have to chance their arm. I think anything under 150 and Pakistan will think, well, we're on cruise control. Oh, just managed to get a hand on that. That was racing away. Wesley comes back for a second. Haris Rauf does well this time around.
Haris Rauf having a tough time in the field today. Wesley didn't get a hold of that, but Haris did get a little bit of a hand to that, which caused them then to pick up 2. Coming back to your point, Baz, Zimbabwe will have to chance their arm here. With just 2 overs to go after this, there's not much in the tank left.
A terrific over. 6 off the 18th, 130 for 5. Yeah, I would expect after the 15th over there'll be a lot of high rises, but not been so. Wickets all throughout the innings, but the back end again hurting Zimbabwe.
While hurting is Wesley Madawire in the middle there. Last ball of the previous over. He's hurt himself and he's down for the count. Hopefully he will be back up on his feet soon. Zimbabwe definitely need him if they need some sort of push on in the scoring here. They should be looking at the 150 mark. Projected score currently would take them to 144.
And 12 deliveries remaining. And you're looking at the boundary count. You want at least 2, maybe 3 or 4.
Won't be easy to get Haris Rauf away. He's had a good game. Picked up the 2 wickets in his 3 overs. He'll bowl to Chigumbura now.
Into the leg side. Just the one. Fahim Ashraf does well. Chigumbura likes the ball on the offside, likes staying leg side of the ball. So once it's angling back, that's a good delivery. And Haris Rauf with the old ball will make sure that the ball darts back into the stumps more than anything. Slow one, trying that ramp shot. He's tried that a few times and I recall it working maybe once.
Yeah, that shot hasn't really worked for him. Finds it difficult to hit the ball from that, loses his shape a little bit. So obviously it's not easy to do it against someone who can really bowl quick and mixes up the pace as well.
Goes through the offside, that's what he likes, width and making sure he beats extra cover.
That was in the spot to be hit. And the batsman making no mistake. Haris Rauf there, pitching the ball up, and the batsman just clearing the front leg, swinging through the line. Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have bowled there.
Short ball, quick delivery. He's late on that. That's reached the keeper before his bat has come down. Extra pace. But zip off the surface.
Good change up there, especially after being hit for a boundary. He doesn't want to give anything away in these last 2 overs here, does Rauf. Chigumbura was clearly a bit late on that, surprised him.
So one into the leg side. Just a single. And Aruj, a lot of, well, the crew members, the commentators have gone up trail 5, and it's almost similar to this innings where they start off slow and steady and then just taper away at the back end when you have to climb a lot. So I've not heard you go there, but what I've heard is that the final climb, they take about 45 minutes. The total trail 5 is an hour and a bit. Through the offside. Lovely timing yet again. Haris Rauf concedes a boundary to end his spell. It's 141 for 5. Or drill down the ground, that'll race away. Power.
Chigumbura got real good part of the bat there, almost caught Wesley as well. He did well to get away from that angle. Zimbabwe now have picked up 2 boundaries in the last 2 deliveries. And they'll want to continue to get some more here.
Into the leg side, just the one I suspect. Well, bowling with mid-off in the circle, so the opportunity to go through the offside is apparent. And he'll angle the ball away, so you more or less set yourself, try to hit it through that offside, because if you splay that front leg, you almost get too far away from the ball because of his angle. Yeah, that's the idea, trying to drill it down the ground. Make sure you miss the non-striker, but you also make sure that you hit it hard enough to beat mid-off.
It's a difficult angle to hit into that area, especially with the length and line Wahab's bowling. Well, he almost took out his partner as well. What they do need is obviously to pick out the gaps here. With just 3 deliveries here to finish proceedings for Zimbabwe's batting. They probably want boundaries of all the last 3 deliveries here to get a decent target and to challenge Pakistan's batting lineup.
Changing the field, mid-off goes to the fence, square leg in the circle. And he bowls down the leg side. Well, Chigumbura lets that go, but if he had got anything on it, fine leg was in the circle.
Beautiful evening here at Rawalpindi. Been a gorgeous day for cricket as Wahab has pushed square leg back to the fence with mid-off still up in the ring. Got protection on the leg side boundary with long off and deep mid-wicket. Babar making sure he's got the field right for the last 3 deliveries here.
They're wanting the field to be absolutely perfect. Third man just moved slightly finer. Round the wicket. And banging the ball into the pitch. Coming back for the second, Rizwan, well, throw was slightly wide, so in the end, good running. And 150 brought up with 2 deliveries to go.
Really good running here. Wesley was always looking for the 2 and he backed himself, although they did go for Chigumbura's end. The Snen firing it into the keeper's end would have been a different story had that throw been on line. 9 off the over, 2 deliveries to go.
Short pull into the leg side, maximum. Chigumbura ends with style.
He was waiting for that, used the crease and timed that to perfection. A good hit just when it mattered.
Well, best over of the innings so far. 15 off with 1 delivery remaining. Just the second maximum of the innings. Chigumbura now with Wahab over the wicket. And, well, on second attempt, Hafiz gets the catch. Wahab gets a wicket of the final ball of the 20th over. And Chigumbura departs and Zimbabwe end up with 156.
Chigumbura played a very handy knock here at the end. Is that coming off the edge? Mohammad Hafiz making no mistake in the end. 15 came off Wahab's last over. Zimbabwe in their 20th scored 156. Elton Chigumbura got 13 balls. He got 21.
Well, after the first 20 overs, Zimbabwe won the toss, batted first. And 156. Pakistan will be quite satisfied with that. They would have taken 156 before the game. And the fast man, Haris Rauf, especially bowled with a lot of pace and fire. Madavere, well, he had the innings together and batted beautifully yet again. He's been the star for Zimbabwe this tour. 17 odd out of 48 contributions throughout, but well, they needed more. They wanted more boundary. Chigumbura provided impetus at the back of the innings. 21 of 13.
So the partnerships, of course, the second wicket 29 from the 20, and then Williams and Madavere put together 36. And then at the end there, Madavere with Chigumbura 34 coming off the 22.
Pakistan had a lot of pace in the ranks. Astan 1 for 25, Wahab 2 for 37. But the pick, Haris Rauf 2 for 25 off his 4. And Pakistan being set 157. And we'll take a short break and then Pakistan will require to overhaul 156. Yeah, that time of the day. Sun going down, artificial lights will take over at the ground. But Rawalpindi, picturesque. Here we go. Now you can see the artificial lights as well. But what's not artificial about this innings is that there weren't enough boundaries. 70 for Madhevera, and Chikumbura in the end 21 of 13 fast bowlers I thought bowled really well, especially Haris Rauf. Usman Khader's debut too. And there's quite a few highlights in the innings. Zimbabwe in this first T20I started off with an inside edge going to the fence, and Hasnain thought this might not be his day, but straight away it was his day because he got the first dismissal out of the way right in front. Williams looked in form, and him and Taylor looked as if they were going to carry on that ODI form.
Zimbabwe continue to put on the runs with some glorious timed shots. And does Brendan Taylor play that shot particularly well? I thought he didn't get enough pat on that. Haris Rauf picked up his first wicket, Heather really taking that catch. Some more boundaries there for Zimbabwe, and Wesley Madhevere in particular. The first 6 by him. Sean Williams came in as well, and we all know Zimbabwe's favoured that reverse sweep. Till then, Usman Khader on debut picking up the big wicket of Sean Williams.
Wesley was on song through the offside as well. He's been brilliant throughout the ODIs and this first T20I. Pace from Mahabria, Sekandaras. I had no idea how to play that. But Madhevera had all his bases covered. Very strong to the leg side. You've always seen the pull shot. And he got to his 50. He's been a revelation for Zimbabwe this tour. Haris Rauf, ball with pace, came back, knocked the middle stump out of the ground. Chikumbura, well, he provided a few blitz at the back end and hit this massive shot down the ground, and then followed it up with a huge 6 over mid-wicket. Wahab got his own back. He's juggling a catch at point, and that meant that Zimbabwe's 20 overs ended with them getting 156. And that means with the bowling that Hasnain and Rauf with the new ball, and then Wahab in the mid-overs, satisfying performance from from Pakistan's bowlers, and Zimbabwe got 156 for 6 in their 20. Blessing will have to do the same as he did in his previous ODI. Sean Williams has been good with the ball, and the bowlers have to pull something out of the bag because it'll be a different situation to defend, and Pakistan will need 157 of their 20 overs. Bowling unit will have to really fire. The fielding will have to be spot on because you just feel as if slightly short in terms of the runs scored. Well, he'll tell us all about that, and he'll tell us all about the chinks in the armor.
Yeah, I think 156, Zimbabwe will feel that they're slightly short in terms of the number of runs they put on the board. Had a really good start. Brendan Taylor and Sean Williams at the crease, scoring quickly and freely. You just feel that throughout the innings they were losing wickets at just the wrong time. 180 at one stage was certainly in reach, but because of that constant loss of wickets, not able to get themselves to that total.
Babar Azam on the cusp of something very special. statistically in chance of becoming the best T20 player again. And Fakhar Zaman is a free-floating player in T20 cricket. He's a lovely striker of the ball. Strike rate of 137, 450s. Average of 22. So if he can get the strike rate a little up, that average doesn't really feature much. If he can get you a 20-30 score with a strike rate of 150, that means that it overpowered you in the power play session. Babar Azam, the statistics are fabulous. Average of almost 50. Over 1,500 runs for a guy who's, what, in his mid-20s. Sky's the limit. Best of 97 not out.
Pakistan will be looking to Babar Azam, the captain, to be out there for as long as possible. A man in top form. A wonderful 100 in that last one-day international, and almost single-handedly got Pakistan over the line. Took a brilliant delivery from man of the match, blessing Muzarabani to dismiss him. And it's going to be Wesley Madevere to deliver the first over. Just his third match. And 1 wicket.
Not a bad option at all, especially against Fakhar, who at times struggled against spin. i.e. early in his innings. So this is good thinking by Zimbabwe. They must have done a bit of homework on Fakhar. Young guy thrown at the deep end, Wesley, and so he's got to learn to swim. Should take his lovely confidence with the bat into his bowling. Here we go. Oh, that was pretty ambitious first ball of the innings.
Yeah, wow. The captain's going down and having a word with him, just telling him to calm down, relax. Run rate required is under 8 from the beginning.
Off the mark. Alim Dar has been on view for centuries, it seems. Different shades of Alim Dar. He started off as a young man 20 years back. No specs. Didn't have a beard then. There he goes, smooth as silk. He'll keep on doing that. He's got a very nice chart of how to accumulate runs, and he's hardly ever lags behind. Obviously, his power hitting needs to improve, and I think he's done extremely well in the last 12 months when it comes to hitting the big shots. But his consistency stems from his ability to hit the conventional shots. That's beautifully timed into the fence for 4. He's a beautiful timer. On the pads a little quicker and allowing the left-hander the freedom to flick it.
And Madevere bowled this quicker because he saw him come down early in the over. Now that's poor fielding. And Aichi sort of the man at backwards square leg. Really was well within range of that. First boundary.
He's forced to bowl that line because there's no protection on the offside, so you expect that line of attack from the offie, that middle and leg stump line. Chisoro, who let go of 4 in that super over scenario. In fact, his misfielding allowed that super over to take place. Otherwise, Zimbabweans would have run home quite easily. 8 without a wicket. Pakistan have pegged the 11 with a couple of exciting hitters in Haider Ali, Khushdil Shah. Bowled superbly in the last ODI. Blessing Muzrabani gets the ball to lift. He's pretty tall, about 6'6". Thing with tall bowlers is that you tend to pick their length a bit later. I think Zimbabweans have done well to find the jersey and the trousers for him, the right size that is.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple of times in domestic cricket. You can see the full array of his socks because they can't get pants long enough.
And almost a blinder. Chibaba, the skipper there, flying in the air. And what a start this would have been if that had been held.
Difficult chance for Chibaba, but really, I think he should have held on to this. Just got the left hand to it. Would have been a brilliant catch. Nicely bowled, good area. Faka struggles early on in his innings there. Likes to flash through that offside. Disappointment from Zarabani. Man with the golden arm for Zimbabwe in that last one-day international.
Oh, glorious, absolutely gorgeous through the offside. Nailed it, Babar Azam.
This is a brilliant stroke. I don't think it's that full half volley length, Ramiz. But he's got himself in a beautiful position. He's pierced through that offside. He is a quality player.
I think the pitch is just a little bit slow to cut the ball. I think it's an ideal 22 yards where you can play a drive rather than playing the cut shot. The ball may just keep a little low, and because it is slow, there's every likelihood that you can underedge it into the stumps. Given a wide. It happens with most fast bowlers, or with most bowlers, when they're bowling to Babar Azam, they tend to do a little bit more because he exerts a lot of pressure. There's another special, partly stopped by Muzrabani. Did well, otherwise that would have hit the fence also. A couple of good drives from Babar in that over. After 2, 16 without a wicket.
Nicely timed again. It certainly would have run through to the boundary had Musarabani not got a hand on it. Good start for Pakistan. 16 for no loss from the first couple of overs. And a change in bowling. Tendai Chatara.
It's a strong Pakistan 11. Harish Rauf on his birthday. Picked up 2 wickets. Experienced hand, Chatara, 22 matches. Economy less than 8 is decent. Best of 3 for 20. It's a fast outfield. I think it's Chisora who does well.
Tendai Chatara coming into the T20 side. Didn't play in the one days. Struggling with an injury to his right bicep. And you can see he's got that protection on it. And that's just to make sure that keeps everything nice and tight.
That's smashed flat. 1 bounce over the rope. Picked up the length very early. That's not the length to bowl to Babar Azam. He'll punish you if you're a medium pacer. Very ambitious delivery from Chatara.
Yeah, you don't want to be bowling there to an informed Babar Azam. Chatara has the ability, when bowling as best he can, to take that ball away from the right-hander. Just got to try and push it up a little bit more and get some shape going away from Babar Azam. Change in the field. Man at mid-on. Going down to long on. Third man comes up into the circle.
Beautiful shot. That's the beauty about his batting. It's not only the fours that he hits, but the singles that are played with a lot of style. It was almost like a table tennis forehand, that last shot. A bit of top spin. Look at how he plays that with his wrist. Lovely shot. So that's the second mode he operates. If it's not to the pitch of the ball, he then plays the shot with a bit of extension of the arms and let his wrists come in play as well.
Better from Chatara. Back of a length. Not offering any width to Bakar Zaman. Of course, just the 2 fielders allowed outside the circle in this first 6-over period. He's got 4 people in the covers, but nobody protecting that boundary, so he can't afford to give width. He's also brought the third man up now, taking the long on back to the boundary. More likely full and straight. That's exactly what he's done.
Three done, 24 without a wicket.
The first of 3 T20 internationals in the series. It's the J Presents Dawn Foods Cup. Pakistan versus Zimbabwe. course, 3 one-day internationals played prior to this.
Oh, hit extremely hard. Don't give him any width. He's such a strong player through point.
Well, he has absolutely smashed this as Fakhar Zaman. Talking in the previous over that Chatara didn't give him that width, starved him of it. That's what he wants you to do. He wants to be able to free those arms as soon as possible in his innings. Take advantage of wide open spaces behind that cover ring. Zarabani got to get tighter.
This was an interesting one-day series. That's done and dusted. Now a first T20 today, and then we've got 2 more. One on Sunday, the last one on Tuesday. Then the scene shifts to Karachi for the PSL playoffs. 14th, 15th and 17th, 3 days dedicated to PSL playoffs. 4 best sides making it into the playoffs. Lahore Qalandars, Peshawar Zalmi will lock horns in the first eliminator. Multan Sultans and Karachi Kings will play qualifier number 1. Big shot, 6. Lovely shot from Fakhar. Is looking good. Uninhibited back lift, and the approach is healthy as well.
And he's picked up the slow one. Just 112 Ks. Fakhar Zaman down the wicket. He's strong in that area. Over long on, cow corner in particular. Helps himself to the first 6 of the Pakistan innings. And Pakistan looking very, very comfortable. 36 for no loss.
Very impressive and expressive start. They look just a little bit timid and shy in the ODI series at times, but this isn't bad at all from Fakhar and Babar. This was hit extremely hard down the pitch as if he was playing a spinner. And bang, it went over long on. That's up in the air. They should be out. Out, out. Fakhar chancing his arms, and this time just didn't have the middle of the willow, and a disappointing end to what was looking like a really good innings. Skying it up in the air once again, looking for a target over the rope. Went across the line, possibly beaten by the extra bit of lift. Almost off balance when he was taking that catch, but he's taken it. Chikumbura Fakhar goes after stroking 19 of just 12 balls. 36 for 1.
Left arm over.
New batsman Haider Ali playing his second game. Fakhar Zaman just departed in the previous over. 19 of 12. Let's have a look at his wicket. Again playing cross the line. You go straight. That's his go-to shot. Especially the bowlers who's bowling these away swingers or the off-cutters to a left armour go with the swing or with the spin. Got the top edge. Easy catch at mid-on.
It's good to see Haider Ali walking at 3. Got a 50 in his first outing in his T20 career in England. Richard Ngarava, again very young in his T20 career, just the second match.
Get to the fielder, he's looking good, Babar Azam. Elegant, good balance. He's 16 or 15, almost just overrun a ball. That's why he's so consistent with his runs in all the formats. Elegance is the word. Ooh. Boundary for Babar. It's a missed chance, was it? We'll have a look at the replay.
They've got one of the tallest men in the ring there, and if it went over him as well. Close chance here for Babar, nonetheless, picks up a boundary. They've got the tallest man there, Wasim.
No chance. He was firmly hit. He was quite high. Good try in the end. He was standing inside the circle. If he would have been on the circle, that probably would have been taken. Good delivery. And that's his go-to shot, Babar Azam towards third man. He's on 20 now.
He likes dabbing that to third man, very close to his bat.
Usually he plays that shot, but ball is closer to him. This was going across, and that's the reason he missed it. Fine leg is up in the circle. Up in the air. Third man there. Are they going to come back for 2? No, they're going to settle for 1. Haider Ali now. 5 overs gone, 41 for 1. Another milestone from this Pakistani captain Babar Azam. 26 innings, 1,000 runs, averaging 52.73, strike rate from 135. The first one to do so in this year. 1,000 runs in this format. What a consistent performer he has been for his country. Babar Azam. And he scored 1,600 runs last year in this format. Pure class.
Well, Wasim, you've got him in your PSL side. What a class act to have.
I know. Babar Azam has been a regular performer from Karachi Kings, no doubt. And the whole team depends on him. As an opener, of course, now he's the captain of Pakistan side in this format and in one-day cricket as well. So his experience will help Imad Wasim, our captain. It was a massive appeal by the keeper, Brendan Taylor, but I thought he just middled it, kind of. Chatara, the bowler.
Not quite sure what he's appealing for. He's probably thinks he's hit the toe first, but like you said, it clearly looked like it came off the middle of the bat. It's got a tight, packed offside field with third man also in the ring.
Midon is back on the boundary and so is square leg for Haider Ali. Similar field for Babar Azam as well. Let's have a look. Going down leg anyway, and then he middled it. Could appeal. Don't bowl him there. Freebies for Babar Azam. He's in great nick. Then 26 now.
Babar showing why he's up there in the rankings. That came off like a rocket from the bat. All he had to do was get bat on that, pierce the inner ring. It's bread and butter for Babar all day.
Down leg side, another boundary. 2 in 2 from Babar Azam. 50 up for Pakistan in 6th over.
Yeah, Chatara overcompensating here towards the leg side. It's flicked off his legs into the vacant area there. Back-to-back boundaries. Chatara's given away 10 with one more delivery to go.
Look at the balance, the roll of the wrist. Kept his eye on the ball till the last second. Call is for 1. Yes, easy single. 6 overs gone, 52 for 1.
Center. One chain, left hand round. Cocky. Wait. Right toe. Right toe. Yeah.
A change of bowling here. Chisoro will come into the attack. Bowling his left arm spin.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, boy. One. Bola. You're winning, Pons. Yes, Sekuru. After that, please.
Required run rate 7.61 for Pakistan. They have 9 wickets in hand. Babar Azam is well set, looking good. 32 of 24. Haider Ali just walked out. He's on 1. He played. Debut 50 on his against England. Haider Ali. I was there, witnessed it, played beautifully, positively, played some brilliant shots. Future of Pakistan batting. Straight to the fielder there, maybe not. They're going to settle for 1, yes.
It's a good outing for Haider Ali, giving an opportunity at 3. He's got, well, not a relatively high target to chase. Would like to stick to his natural game. Zimbabwe taking the pace off now. Chisoro bowled well in the ODI series, picked up the 4 wickets. But I'd like to still see Haider go for his shots here.
I think he will. He's just a naturally aggressive batsman. He's got his captain, who's looking good, with him on the other end. 7 overs gone, 57 for 1. Seven overs gone. Call is for 2. There's a fielder back on the boundary. ICC ranking, look at Babar Azam at number 2 with 869 points. David Milan at 877. Aaron Finch from Australia, number 3. KL Rahul from India, number 4. Colin Munro, another very dangerous player in this format, number 5.
Wasim, I reckon you've got one favourite in there?
I reckon this guy, Hazratullah Zazai, he's a treat to watch. He's at number 7. Virat Kohli at number 9. Morgan again, one of the dangerous players in this format. He scored 162, Zazai, against Ireland, if I remember. In that inning of 162 by Hazratullah Zazai against Ireland, he hit 16 sixes. 1-6. Unreal. That's it. Gone. One bounce into the fence. First boundary for Haider Ali.
Yeah, dropped it in short there, Dirangrava. And Haider Ali just picked it up. It was in his slot to be hit. And the young man doing what he does best. Beautiful hands to the line.
What a delivery, big appeal, and yes, he's gone. Beautiful delivery. Good wicket for Zimbabwe at this stage of the game. They needed a wicket and they got one.
Yeah, he's going off there. He's not going to review that. What a ripper by Ngarava to get rid of Haider Ali. Just kept going across with the angle. Went across the line, and what a take there behind the stumps by Taylor. Beautiful take and a very important wicket by Zimbabwe. Haider Ali scores 8. Pakistan now 62 for 2.
center. One ball left. Two left. Slightly close, yes, coming to.
Mohammad Hafiz walks out 95 T20 matches with the best of 86. He's coming off prolific form in T20 format, having 3 T20 50s in his previous 3 games.
Last 10 innings in this format, 482 runs, averaging 96.40. Strike rate of 100 and almost 147. 450s with 22 sixes. And he's off the mark. 8 overs gone, 63 for 2 Pakistan.
Middle. It's 2, 1. Left him round. Run out, Saki boy.
Quiet rate of 7.83. Pakistan going at 7.88. Hafiz and Babar, experienced players out there who know how to go about a run chase. Heather Ali trying to turn this on the leg side, the angle against him, but well, Brendan Taylor just keeps as agile as ever. He just keeps getting younger and younger as Brendan Taylor. But the way match is situated, you would think that Zimbabwe will have to bowl out of their skin.
Down, Russ.
And they'll need a few wickets in a hurry or wickets in regular intervals. Mohammad Hafiz has been fantastic in T20s.
All right.
He's gone better with age. Somebody who has gone, well, finer with age is Tino Mabeo. Tino, something extraordinary from the bowling needed.
Yeah, absolutely right, Bazid. Wickets needed for Zimbabwe. A few of them, and in a hurry.
Close it out.
Oh, what a shot that is. Mohammad Hafiz, who's been in fantastic form in T20s, but form and class combined through the offside. He's hit it so hard that it skimmed away to the fence. Nobody moved, nobody even thought about moving. 9 gone, it's 69 for 2.
Perfection from Mohammad Hafiz. Match summary so far. Chamuchibaba of Zimbabwe winning the toss, selecting to bat first. And there's that name once again in the runs. Wesley Madevere, 70 not out in just 48 balls. 2 wickets apiece for Wahab and Rauf. Pakistan in pursuit of 156. 69 for 2.
Well, 70 for 2. It's exactly the same, but the difference here is Pakistan have very accomplished batsmen right now at the crease, and the bowling at the back end, Pakistan obviously have much more quality in that and pace. I'll tell you what, Mohammad Hafiz, last 3 scores in T20I is 86 not out, 69 and 67.
Pull shot works well, just a single. And he has a chance to become only the third batsman in world cricket after Chris Gayle and McCullum to score 450s in a row in T20Is. And apparently it's a no ball. Not sure if it was for height, I think. Not sure about that because I thought the height was fine.
It'll be interesting to see what that was for. Definitely wasn't the height, in my opinion. There we go. Overstepping the line.
Babar goes straight down the ground. Class written all over that. Maximum.
This is a proper cricket shot. Look at that. Beautiful. It's in the slot. He hasn't tried to force it, Babar Azam. He has just timed that to perfection. Clears the long on boundary with ease. And moves on to 43.
Timing absolutely out of this world. Through the offside, behind point. He just sort of caressed it to the fence.
Beautiful. Waited long enough to make sure that he could get it past the man. And backward point. And made sure it had enough pace on it to beat the man at third man. It was quite square.
Just the rhythm that he bats in. Shots that he plays, you almost feel that it's just too easy for Babar. And on the other hand, you look at Hafiz, who's, well, turned 40. And last 10 innings, his strike rate is 146.95. And you would think that person who's getting along, his reflexes might slow down. But not the case with Hafiz, as he times it through the offside beautifully, just a single.
Garava to the right-handers. Those red deliveries are the ones he's pushed across the batsman, that being Baba. And then this one was to dismiss Haider Ali. Good catch from Brendan Taylor. Nicely played. Sikandar Raza will collect on the deep mid-wicket boundary. At the halfway stage, Pakistan 85 for 2.
Well, 72 after the last 10. And it just seems as the worm is now going to take off. Pakistan have set about chasing this target, and they've set the platform. Just 2 wickets down.
Down.
Punch down the ground, and Babar Azam gets to yet another 50. 15th 50 in T20 cricket.
Oh yeah. Goes your gut.
Well, Babar Azam is just special. He continues to churn out runs for Pakistan, no matter what format.
Catch it.
Bowled by Sean Williams, well adjusted by Mohammad Hafiz. You were talking about Mohammad Hafiz and his age at 40, maturing like wine. I remember a couple of years ago when he came to Bulawayo and he was struggling to command a place in the team. I remember actually he sat out a couple of games. But he's obviously gone and sorted that out in this format anyway.
Misfield and just about almost seemed as inevitably that'll roll to the fence. Yeah, just stunned by the spin. Not Hafiz, but 3 runs gifted away.
Good effort by Chisoro. Very difficult to tell from that angle, though, whether he's got something in contact with the boundary. Yeah, I think he's going to get away with that one, Chisoro. I don't see that this angle is going to give us what we're looking for either.
I think he's done well. He's been able to save the boundary. Well, Chibaba has gifted away 3. At least Chisora has made sure that it wasn't 4. That'll beat your third man and it'll go into the fence. It's a quicker delivery, Baba just using the pace. Disappointed with the effort, Williams.
Yeah, that look from Sean Williams leaves a lot to be desired. Just skidded onto the bat. Well watched by Babar Azam. Into the vacant onside field. He's looking to come back for 2. This is really good running by these two. Alton Chigumbura, the man coming off the deep square boundary. He's not particularly happy with Tendai Chatara, who's the man who's at 45. Felt that Chatara was the man who should have got to that quick enough to stop the 2. Good running. Babar Azam coming back to the danger end. This time straight to Chatara. 96 for 2.
T20 international cricket and Babar Azam, well, you can't keep him away. You can't keep away from those kinds of places as well. Wonderful food, weddings. Gets it through the offside. Just a single this time, but I've got a stat just for you, Tino. Zimbabwe have never won T20Is against Pakistan. They lost 11 out of 11. The question is this their worst format? And if so, why do you think it is?
Yeah, if you look at Zimbabwe's numbers across the 2 shorter versions of the game, you'll find that they play better one-day cricket. I think that's because they play a lot more of the one-day version compared to T20 internationals. Yes, this tour's got 3 T20s, 3 ODIs. But I think if you... good work from Sikandar Raza. Oh, a little bit of confusion between the two batsmen. But good call by Mohammad Hafiz, sending the captain Babar Azam back. If you look at, since T20 international cricket was introduced, you'll find that Zimbabwe has probably played, out of the top playing nations, possibly the least. On the domestic circuit, that brings up the 100 for Pakistan, 100 for 2. Personally, I would like to see more T20 cricket being played. At times in the season, you'll have the first class competition, which is the Logan Cup. You'll have the 50-over competition. As that goes through that vacant third-man area for 4. Babar Azam is showing his class, but not always do you have the T20 competition, and I think that's important for the Zimbabweans to get as much of that game time in to be competitive at international level.
Keeps finding the gaps, finds the fence with classy cricket shots. Just seems as if Pakistan are cruising. Hafiz maybe cruised out of his crease. Chisora just giving him a reminder.
Very kind of Chisora. I would have knocked the bails off. It's out.
You wouldn't have got a ball anyway. Pakistan cruise control. 12 gone. It's 105 for 2.
Right arm over.
A 6.5 now required, and you feel that Zimbabwe needs something special. Well, they need 8 wickets in a hurry, a wicket and over. Chisora just warning Hafiz. Maybe he shouldn't have warned and took that wicket.
Come on, boy.
Sikandar Raza, whereas it seems as if he's copied his a run-up like Sunil Narayan. He played with Sunil Narayan, I've just been told, in CPL. But that's just about it. And then the scenario changes completely once the ball is delivered.
Yeah, he hasn't got the carom ball either. Sunil Narayan is such a difficult bowler compared to Sikandar. Turn is looking good, Babar Azam Ramiz, isn't he? Proper player, 65 now of 42, 66 of 43. Hafiz is on 14. Cruising Pakistan, 108 for 2.
Nice boy.
He's good with that slog sweep, Hafiz. Babar Azam with a strike rate of 153. So obviously he's been able to flay the bowling all over. A very good driver of the ball down the ground. Big shot. Will he clear the man? Oh, he drops a SITTER.
Rabbani, the fielder, dropped Babar Azam. In-form batsman who's looking good. Didn't middle it, went straight to him and fumbled. Gone.
He's been a bit on a cat spilling spree. Mozarabani dropped Fakhar also, and now a sitter missed. Triple 1 for 2.
Changing it, champ. Changing it, guys, I reckon. Ready, Bob? Action.
46 to win.
This is good bowling. Wachusuru. His partnership is worth now 49. 33 deliveries between Babar Azam and Hafiz. Required run rate is just under 7.
You can make out that he wants to hit the ball hard. He almost cleared the front leg to hit him downtown. We'll go again, Hafiz. Trying to play it a little later so that he could find the gap on the on that point area. Not to be.
3 dot balls in a row for Hafiz. He's got to go. Good delivery. It was a good delivery, but he placed it beautifully, Hafiz, through extra cover. Outfield is fast. And that brings up the 50. Partnership between these two of 36.
Yeah, it has come at a good pace. 53 of just 36 balls.
That's okay.
Wickets is what Zimbabwe need. Otherwise, it's such a fast outfield that you've got no hope really to curtail the scoring rate. His ability to crack 50s and crack big runs in T20s is quite amazing. 117 for 2. I just hope that Khushdil is sent earlier than Rizwan. Just a good outing, you know, 10-20 not out and see his team through.
I hope so too. Will give him some confidence. He's a good player, especially in this format, batting at number 5, number 6 power hitter requires, and he is one of the power hitters we have. Straight to the fielder at extra cover. He had the best strike rate in national T20 of 177. And then he scored 100 of 35 deliveries as well in national T20.
Back to what you know.
They're bowling in full. They know if they bowl slightly short either side, Hafiz will go towards mid-wicket or mid-on. And now Hafiz should wait for just full toss, low full toss.
6. Big hit, big shot. Just can't go short against Hafiz. Easily done over square leg.
Poor delivery from Sikandar Raza. He bowled well, the first one, and then the carom ball, no chance, went into the stand, in fact, into the night for the maximum. What was that?
You're set up to be hit for a 6. Hafiz is not going to let it go unpunished. Wesley is sharp in the field, is a very good fielder. His purple patch continues. Hafiz with the bat. Batting once again expertly in this phase of the innings. Loose delivery. Sikandar is messing it up.
Messed it up all right, Sikandar Raza. 12 runs on the over so far. 1 ball to go. Pakistan 129 for 2. Just a poor delivery. Nothing to it. Easy pickings for Babar and Hafiz both. Just stick to one delivery, I suppose, off break or the cutter. 15 gone, 130 for 2.
Match summary: Zimbabwe 156 for the loss of 6. Not enough runs, I'm afraid, on the board for them. This is such a good batting strip. What it's turned out to be in the second half of the innings. They needed wickets, consistent strikes, hasn't happened.
Most of the captains, even in domestic national T20, whenever they won the toss, they fielded here. And Zimbabwe today, they won the toss and they batted. We all know there's always a dew factor here, especially under lights. Batting becomes much easier. And Babar Azam is on 75 now, 49.
Well, if you want to earn extra bit of cash, that's the board to hit. Jackpot and earn US 200.
Yeah, it is too small. It's impossible, kind of. It has to be a fluke. Really a fluke.
The other is the service tire. Hit the board. I don't think players actually go out there to aim at such boards, Vaz. Do you think they do that?
$50,000, probably you'll think of doing that. If there's $500, not really. Maybe a bar of gold would help as well. But again, obviously, you're spot on as a player. When you go out to bat, the last thing on your mind is to aim that particular board. You just play your cricket, and if it's come, it comes.
The next big question after you hit the board is whether you want to share it or is it yours?
I reckon nowadays it has to go in the player's kitty. You probably get $10 if you're lucky. Maybe 15.
Bowler also may get a tenner for bowling a rubbish delivery. So one of my favorite YouTube session is to watch Babar Azam take on Dale Steyn in one of the test matches in South Africa, which was last year, whereas I don't know whether you saw his batting. He hit like 7 boundaries in 20 minutes or 15 minutes, and they were all special shots. And I was outdoors actually, so I could hear the boom of his bat. Everything was middled.
He's a special player, as we all know. He's one of the top 3 or 4 in the cricketing world, with the likes of Virat Kohli, Williamson, Joe Root, David Warner, Smith, and of course Babar Azam. All the 3 formats, he gets runs against every opposition as well. So that shows his quality.
Has batted beautifully once again here, Babar, on 77, 78 in fact, 136 for 2.
.2 runs an over required. Pakistan doing this at a canter. Babar Azam yet again leading from the front. It's been so consistent in T20 cricket. Unbelievable. The way he gets runs, and people think it's the most difficult of formats to be consistent as the batsman, but well, he's put that all to bed.
Babar in the top 10 in all 3 formats in the ICC batting rankings, and once again leading the batting attack here for Pakistan.
Obviously set up by the bowlers, the pace that Pakistan have, but you just feel that in T20 Pakistan have so much in the arsenal in terms of pace and spin that there's never a series or never a game where you can count them out. And almost a couple of runs to the leg side, and almost with the quality of the attack, it means that in T20 cricket it becomes even more potent, because batsmen are always trying to get after the bowlers, and the bowlers are always in with a chance, and so the quality shines, and more often than not you get them to get Pakistan home in terms of the bowling attack.
Babar obviously has worked on his scoring rate, especially today, scoring at a strike rate of 151. Pakistan just requiring 16 now.
But let's now shift focus. Zimbabwe today, they've got a match coming up tomorrow again.
How do you now go about preparing for that, or how do you change something or change belief that you can win tomorrow?
Yeah, lots of thinking for that man on screen. The Zimbabwean skipper, Chababa there. Douglas Hondo there, temporary coach.
Barber tries to hit this out of the park, but he skied it, and Wesley won't drop it. He's been by far the best player on the park for Zimbabwe. Babar Azam doesn't get to his 100, and Babar Azam perishes for 82.
Not timing that change of pace delivery, skied it. And Wesley Madhavire getting under the ball in time, taking it cleanly. He'll be disappointed not to finish, but he goes with 82 runs, played very well of the 55 deliveries, 17 gone, Pakistan 142 for 3.
Batsman in, batsman in. One leg. One leg. Left him over.
Pushed shot. Oh, striker off the ball. Known as a six-hitter. And just walked in because Babar trying to hit this out of the park. It's very interesting how Khushtil now goes about it. Just 15 runs to get, but you think, I don't want to lose. I don't want to get out and waste an innings.
I think it's important for him to stay out there, but if there's anything in his range or his arc, he needs to go for it.
Well, the opportunity was there, but T20 cricket is all about taking that aggressive option or being fearless. And this be a test with Khushtil, and in National T20 by far the greatest striker off the ball. It was a fantastic season for him, and he's very, very strong on the leg side. And there you go, leg side it is. Thrashed to the leg side. Boundary.
He likes that shot, he likes that length, and he picked it up early, gave it the full swing. Exactly what we were talking about. You mentioned he favors the leg side. And he needs to continue if there's anything else in his arc as well. But in the context of the game, he can obviously get a feel for things. He hasn't been out in the middle a lot, only got the one match in the ODI series. Pakistan now require 11 of the 15 deliveries.
Into the gap, but if he won't come back for the second.
You spoke about what Zimbabwe can do to push them over the line. Their self-belief is something that their skipper and their teammates have spoken about repeatedly. But I felt they fell a bit short today They had a really good start, but then had a lean period between where they could have applied some pressure. I feel they were about 20 short. At least they'd feel that. Would have been a tighter game if that was the case.
Just over the top of Hafiz, times this well enough, and that crosses the rope. Brings up the 150.
The slower one here from Ngarava. Just timed it just over the fielder there at mid-off. Would have had his heart and mouth. Wouldn't want to lose a wicket at this stage with just 6 to go. Batting at 35 and would want to finish it off.
Turns it to leg side. Just a single, so Hafiz will keep strike. 152 for 3. Six runs required. Muzrabani to Hafiz. Mid-on comes into the circle, so Hafiz can finish this with 1 hit. Well, it's rolled down the leg side. I think it's leg buys. Yes, it is. So it's down to 2.
Sliding it down to the leg side. Muzrabani has picked up the 1 wicket, then is now bowling the last over. Hafiz will face strike Pakistan, just requiring the 1 run now.
Oh, he's done him. Was knocked back into the stumps. Big in cut of a Muzrabani, and Hafiz loses his middle stump.
Well, it's action-packed here in the middle with just 1 required, and that's exactly what happens. Cuts in, hits it top of middle. Hafiz will not be happy, but he goes off. 36 from 32. Pakistan now 156 for 4. Well, the action continues well. Pakistan only requiring the 1 run as the wicket-keeper walks into the middle. Mohammad Rizwan. Don't think there's anything silly required here. Pakistan well on their way to victory.
Center. Thank you. Right on over. 40 come.
Muzrabani getting that big in cutter going and hits middle stump. Perfect delivery, top of middle. And searching for another wicket. He's a star in the last ODI, and today he's got 2 wickets. Got to slip in for his 1 now.
Bazid, they've definitely got the pressure on with the 1 wicket left. Beautiful in cutter there. They've got the slip, the gully, 3 men in the ring on the offside. Muzrabani cleaned up Mohammad Hafiz there. Still the 1 to go.
Down the track, doesn't get it past cover. Muzrabani doing this well. His angle working with the ball coming back in.
One hasn't got off the mark. Muzrabani looking, well, he's searching for another one. He's thinking maybe I can get 4. He's got 2 for 26, 2 deliveries to go. On the leg side, and the leg by will do. And they've gone for a review.
Or they're leaving nothing to chance here is Zimbabwe.
Yeah, the formality over, the leg by given. Pakistan cross the line, comfortable victory by 6 wickets, and they keep their unbeaten record in T20Is against Zimbabwe. 12 out of 12.
Handshakes all around then. Pakistan coach will be happy with the way Pakistan dominated with both bat and ball. Usman Qadir there on debut, picking up a wicket, of course, and Babar Azam scoring that magnificent 82. As after some drama in the end, Pakistan secure a victory by 6 wickets.
A convincing victory. Always had this under control. Bowling first and then Babar Azam's scintillating batting. As always, we just got used to high quality innings from him time and time again. But yeah, high fives all around. Well, fist pumps all around. And Pakistan take a 1-0 lead. Coaching staff, everybody quite happy with the comfortable victory that Pakistan got. Pakistan chasing 157. Babar Azam with 82 of 55. Hafiz 36 of 32. And it was all very comfortable.
Partnerships, especially the one between Hafiz and Babar of 80 from the 57. Good ones up front as well, delivering the crushing blow in the end.
It wasn't enough. 156. Bowlers tried hard. Muzrabani the best 2 for 26, but they weren't in with a shout because batsman might have let them down. Pakistan, he's passed with 7 balls to spare. $156 for 6. Zimbabwe, Madivera 70 not out. He's been a revelation. 2 wickets for Haris Rauf, 2 for Wahab. In reply, Babar Azam 82 of 55 takes all the headlines. Muzrabani 2 for 26. Pakistan win by 6 wickets, and we'll take a short break and be back with the presentation.
Okay.
Pakistan chasing 156. Started off with Fakhr getting a few lucky escapes. But Babar looked under control from the word go. Classy shot through the offside, short ball being pumped. Fakhr then got width and hit it through the offside. He likes the onside as well. And then a big top edge, which went straight up. Bora with the catch. Babar just carried on.
Elegance personified from Babar Azam, as Heather also got into the attack, but got a peach of a delivery. Very well taken behind the stumps by Brendan Taylor. In walked Hafiz, and with all his experience, steadied the ship, and what a shot that was. Shot of the match. Babar got yet another 50 in his T20 career. And eventually, that was a chance which was put down. Zimbabwe not having the best of the day in the field. He's continuing the onslaught, easily caressed through the covers and picked up on his legs for another maximum hit.
First fall shot from Babar Azam, which resulted him being caught at deep mid-wicket. It was a fantastic innings though by Babar. Wesley had a good day. Coach Taylor pumped it to the leg side. Hafiz got it over mid-off, and it all looked as if Hafiz would guide Pakistan home, but an in-cutter from Muzrabani did for him. And then a leg by, a long leg by after Zimbabwe went for a review. But it's been a professional and convincing performance in this first T20I from Pakistan. 156 for 6. Always thought that that wasn't enough. Madivera batted beautifully for his 70. He's been in fantastic form in the one-day games and now in this T20I. Williams with 25. Chikumbura provided a few big blows at the back end, got 21. But it seemed as if Pakistan had bowled well and had it under control. Wahab 2 for 37. Haris Rauf, I thought, was the pick of the bowlers. Bowled with pace, and Fire got 2 for 25. Pakistan then chased it down with 7.